Hey guys, I'm back with a new review, and tonight I am reviewing the movie Furiosa. This is a prequel to the last film, Mad Max Fury Road, which obviously is an incredible film. I think it's one of the best action movies ever made, if not the best action movie ever made. I think that's a an argument that could definitely be said about that film. It's just absolutely phenomenal. So I had high expectations for this movie. Same director, George Miller. He's done all the Mad Max films before. I actually watched all of the original three Mad Max movies leading up to this because I had never seen them before, and I enjoyed all of them. I think all the previous four films are really solid, but Fury Road I definitely thought was by far and away the best. And so going into this movie, I was excited. This is Anya Taylor Joy, Chris Hemsworth playing a villain, which I'm there for. I just knew the guy was gonna have a lot of fun in the role. You could just tell by the trailers. And yeah, the movie had a lot going for it. So I thought this was a phenomenal movie. I thought this was a great addition to the franchise. I think that this might have the best villain in the franchise with Chris Hemsworth as Dementus. And the franchise has had a lot of great villains, but I think Hemsworth just does an excellent job. I think this is one of his best performances, if I'm being honest. Like I said, he's just having a total blast in this movie. Total blast. It's crazy. Like the movie is crazy, but we're used to that with all the other Mad Max films. So um, it has a lot of uh, little little nods to the previous films. There's certain you know Easter eggs you can just spot out, and certain characters come back from Fury Road because this movie takes place like maybe 10 years before Fury Road, something like that. Um, but it's action packed. It's got emotion. It's got uh, thrilling action sequences. I mean, just jaw dropping action sequences. And at the end of the day, it's a really good revenge story. This is really all about revenge. This movie is all about revenge between Anya Taylor Joy's character and a certain someone. You can probably tell by the trailers who I'm talking about, but yeah, and it really swings for the fences in a lot of ways. Like it's kind of hard to top Fury Road. I don't think a lot of people went into this expecting it to be better than Fury Road. It's almost impossible to surpass Fury Road if I'm being honest. That's just like a 10 out of 10 movie. But this movie just did a really good job in uh, giving us a great adventure. Just giving us another great addition. That I think that was the main purpose. That and to obviously give us some more backstory to Furiosa, who's just a great character. I mean, and Charlize Theron in the original, Fury Road, the original movie with Furiosa, the introduction, she just knocked it out of the park. Probably one of the best female characters in the last 20 years, honestly. And that is essentially why we got a prequel, because she has so much backstory, and this movie really delves into that. We see two stages in her life: when she's a lot younger, played by a different actress, and then when she gets a little bit older and she's Anya Taylor Joy. And this character just goes through so much, and it almost makes Fury Road a better movie because we see all these horrible things that happen to her and that make her who she is in Fury Road. And then when we get to Fury Road, she's already a hardened veteran who is used to the wasteland. And this movie kind of explains how she becomes Furiosa, this badass, warrior. And it's just awesome to see. It really is. It's just really fun to watch this person grow into this, unstoppable force later on. And there's a lot of good side characters. Like I said, Chris Hemsworth as Dementus is really just maybe my favorite part of the film, if I'm being honest. Like, I just thought he was incredibly entertaining. I didn't know what he was gonna do next. There was a certain humanity to the character, which I really appreciate because a lot of the Mad Max villains are usually just absolutely irredeemable, crazy maniacs. But there's some backstory to Dementus's character, and it's subtle, and you see hints of a tragic past and his character. And I like when villains have a lot of backstory to explain why they are the way they are. And I think I think they did a good job with that with Chris Hemsworth's character. So overall, I just thought it was a great film. I honestly, I would say this is probably my third favorite in the franchise. I can't put it over Fury Road, obviously. I would personally put Road Warrior, which is the second film, above it, but I would say it's easily number three. It could go higher. You never know. This is one of those movies where on rewatch it could definitely get higher. I don't think it's gonna get any lower. It is just a great film. But right now I'm sitting at around like an eight, a high 8 out of 10. I think this is a great prequel. Really, like maybe one of the best prequels of all time, which I know might not be saying too much because I know there's a few prequels out there that aren't the greatest. But I would say this is definitely one of the better ones for sure. It really like builds up Fury Road. By the end of the film, you're like, man, I'm ready to watch Fury Road, because it sets up that film so well that it almost makes it an even better film if Fury Road can get even better. So yeah, I just thought this was really, really, really well made. Again, George Miller just knows how to make stunts. I mean, the action sequences in this film are jaw dropping. It's you're watching and you're like, how do they do this? I will say there are certain sequences that have a little too much CGI. That part, it can almost look like a video game in certain sequences, but for the most part, it looks amazing. For the most part, it looks amazing. Um, if there's any other complaints I have with the movie, I mean, I think the pacing could be a little off at times. It could slow down a little. There's certain parts where it's so action packed and it's just nonstop, and then all of a sudden it gets really, really quiet and a little too quiet, and almost kind of messes up the pacing a little bit. Kind of in the middle. That would probably be my only real complaint with this film. But other than that, it was a special movie. It's really good. I would definitely recommend watching it. Go support big blockbusters like this. I think it totally deserves it. And yeah, like I said, this is an 8 out of 10. Really good movie. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we get some more reviews real soon. All right, bye guys.